In one of our early trips, we had helped Thomas and Molly Abraham a little bit with the beginning days of the work in India. And here I began to see the fulfillment of a verse I'd prayed over in college in Psalm 2:8 that says, "Ask of me, and I will give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession." And I couldn't imagine how God would ever do that kind of thing through my life. But I went on the campus there with one of the Indian wives, and I said, "Mary, let's go see if there's a girls' dorm." I had no idea what was going to happen there the first day on campus in a totally new country. First time I ever felt like a real foreign missionary. I was the only white face, I'm sure, with what seemed like 1,000 miles. But we were just going by faith, step by step. We found the girls' dorm. I went in and sat down in a living room with a concrete floor and 2 benches and a table. And the girls just came out of the woodwork and staring at me, or who's this foreigner? And I said, "Mary, go ask the supervisor if we can tell them why we're here." And in a matter of moments, we had permission to have a team meeting with girls we'd never met. They sat down in their lovely saris on the concrete floor. And Mary translated, she gave her testimony, I gave a challenge. And at the end said something like, obviously we're from very different backgrounds, but we found wherever we've traveled that there are always those that really want to know a personal relationship with God. And in this case, through Jesus Christ, which I had described in the gospel message. And I gave a pray with me invitation with the enemy whispering in my ear, "Are you kidding? You're not doing this here. You'll blow the work right out of the water." The girls that came forward that day, Mary and I were making appointments as fast as we could. I met with 2 gals the next day, one named Elizabeth, one named Rajamoni. Went back through carefully the 4 spiritual laws as thoroughly as I knew how, and asked Rajamoni, "Have you ever made this wonderful discovery of really knowing Christ?" And she said, "Yes." "Really? When?" "Yesterday, when we prayed in my dorm." Same story with Elizabeth. Met her. "Have you ever made this discovery?" "Yes." "When?" "Yesterday, in my dorm." So it's a tremendous lesson that God says, "Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me." And so we never know whose heart God has prepared. And they may be the ones, they need to be the ones who make the decision, yes or no.